Footbap Nation!
Let's ride.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Fantasy Footbaps podcast, hosted by me, Brandon, joined by Paul. Paul, say what up.
Hey.
Without further ado, let's get into the Week 7 results, the Week 8 preview, and Paul, are you excited?
Oh, I can't wait.
All right. Right off the rip, let's get into the let's recap my game. And we also got a special segment from one of our viewers. We got a little bold predictions coming from some predictions for who they think is going to win and everything. So stay tuned for who you hear is the special guest and what they make their picks for they made a couple predictions. And I don't want to spoil it right now, but this week I played Kyle. Kyle hadn't scored more than 104 points in a game. Kyle scored 117 on me. It seems like every week I just go up against someone that scores a shit ton of points. This game was actually close for a while, and then Amari basically didn't do anything all game. That sucked. But I had Dante Foreman give me 31 points. I thought that was pretty sweet. Laporta did all right, and then all of a sudden, Jahmyr Gibbs, who hadn't scored more than like 7 points in a game, scored 23, and they were like basically all in the like the third and fourth quarter. And then he ran in like a 30-yard touchdown, and then 5 seconds later, Diggs caught like a 30-yard touchdown. Mike Evans caught a 40-yard or 47-yard, like a 50-yard touchdown on like one of the first plays of the game. Darren Waller scored 19 points on me. In case anyone was wondering. I did go back and look. It was Darren Waller's best game by a pretty wide amount since literally 2020. He actually hadn't scored more than 14 points in a game since 2020, and then he scored 19 on me, which is pretty sweet. James Cook, I think, had like 3 points and like 5 points the last 2 weeks, so naturally he scored 18. And yeah, it ended up not being like as shitty as it could have been because Herbert had like 12 points at halftime and then ended with 10. And then let's see, Ayuk caught 5 passes for like 60 yards in the first half, and then Brock Purdy didn't throw to him the entire rest of the game. That was kind of bizarre. KJ Osborne didn't really do that much. So I ended up losing by like 20, so it wasn't like as bad as it could have been. But like if Herbert had his usual, like 18, 20 points, and, Ayuk had like 15 points or something, and I lost by only like 3 points, that would have fucking sucked so bad. Also, it did suck watching Addison go off, because in my mind I was like either Osborne or Addison, like one of them's going to go off tonight. And I was hoping it would just be Addison. But no, I was hoping that it would be KJ Osborne, but it wasn't. Addison had like 6 points or some shit like that. And it was not KJ Osborne. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Kyle's 4-3 and I'm 2-5, and I changed my name to Dr. Suck. Next up,
Pokemon? Hold on, wait. What's your profile picture?
Oh my god. I hope Ryan's listening to this right now. That's let me zoom in.
Kirby.
Yeah. But specifically I'm the fish inside of Kirby's, like the fish that's holding Kirby in his mouth.
Yeah.
Because me and Ryan have been playing that Kirby, and you can like pick different like characters to like bring around with you or like carry you around. And I try to pick the fish every time, and Ryan gets pissed at me. So I'm Dr. Suck now. Speaking of Ryan wins 130-79 against Chip after a 5-0 start. Are the wheels starting to come off for Chip, Paul?
I don't know, man. I think I did end the episode saying last week that Austin or Chip will fall apart and miss the playoffs. So maybe this is the beginning of it.
This might be the beginning of it. And I laughed at Chip's. Yeah. Go ahead. I
was just gonna say the Dolphins. I mean, they played Philly. Pretty solid defense, but
no, Philly's defense sucks ass. If you haven't been paying attention, Philly's defense has been bad.
Sake. Run defense, I feel like is good, but like, I don't know. I feel like Mostert's finally back down to earth. Hopefully, if he keeps having 30-point games, I'm just gonna lose my mind.
Let's see. Yeah. So the run defense for the Eagles is good, but yeah, the pass defense is like the second worst. But Jalen Waddle's been like a disaster this year, to be honest. He's gotten Well, actually, it's not like it's been a disaster for you taking him in the second round, like mid second round, 9
Mhm.
points, 10 points, 6 points, 12, 14, 9. And I think the concerning thing is just that it doesn't look like it's going to like change. I mean, we're 7 weeks into the season, right?
Yeah,
Um,
we're officially at the halfway point of fantasy, so
and Ryan's just like there's a trend going on for the teams that are like 5-2, 6-1 and shit right now. Even Chip at 5-2. Um, outside of Steve, because I feel like Steve's team is different, but I'd have to look to make sure. Um, basically, these top teams just get they have like 2-3 people score like 30 points, and then the rest of their team doesn't
Mhm.
do anything, and they just win every single week. Like it blows my mind looking at this, that where it's like, man, Ryan got like 6, 8, 7, 6 in his lineup and still dropped 130. Like Puka scoring 20, Josh Allen 24, Travis Kelsey 30. Jerome Ford got Ryan 16 points. If in case anyone didn't see, he had, I want to see the exact number.
It was
That
69-yard touchdown.
yeah.
So
Well, I
that's
know that. I know.
13 points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had a 69-yard touchdown and ended with 74 yards. So he actually ran 10 times for 6 yards or for 5 yards the entire rest of the game after that 69-yard touchdown run. Jerome Ford fucking sucks. If you take away both his 70-yard touchdowns, I think he might be averaging less than 2 yards per carry, and I don't think that's an exaggeration. Um, but also he's hurt now. Zach Moss is in his lineup. Zach Moss continues to get a shit ton of work, even with Jonathan Taylor. Are we regretting trading him, Paul? Or
Not one bit. I made some moves. I am loaded.
okay, like your
Just wait.
trades or something? Did a trade
No,
go
no,
through?
no. Just
Oh,
waiver
okay.
wires,
Oh, okay. I didn't
things are
even really
happening.
check waiver. I don't even know if I don't think I put anything in for waivers because I didn't really know what to even do. Um, Ramondre just continues to be ass for Chip. I don't know, man. Wheels might be coming off for Chip, but if we're being completely honest, he's locked into the playoffs anyways. Like it, I said it before, but he would have to lose 5 games. He started off 5-0. He would have had to lose 5 games in a row for me to even like think that there was a potential of him not making the playoffs. Like I just think he's got to be. It's just he's got to be locked in. I would be fucking shocked. But yeah, Ryan 5-2, Chip 5-2, and the recipe for success this year in fantasy is have 2 people score 30 points and then you win your week. And look at Austin. Austin beats Mike 107-61, 20 points
Yeah, and
from
a
ET.
solid outing across the board for the most part.
Really, 20 points from Kirk,
I
20
mean,
points from ETN. I guess 12 from the defense, 16 from Sutton, and then like a bunch of nothing.
and just a couple tens, Warren and Godwin, almost. It's
Yeah,
not as bad as most teams, I'd say.
yeah. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's just because no one on my team ever scores like in the 20s. So like every single week, I feel like this week I finally had someone put up 30, and then my whole team just sucked. But most weeks I feel like I'm scoring 90 to like 100, and it's like everyone's giving me like 12 points, and it like just doesn't matter. Like it's like, so when I'm like Austin scores 107 and he only had like 4 people in double digits, like what the fuck, man? I can every week I feel like I have guys get like 10 to 13, and it doesn't fucking matter for me.
Mm,
Did Mike have buys, or was his team just shit? Yeah, his
this
team was
team.
just shit. Is Mike's team falling apart, Paul? Are the wheels coming
um,
off of Mike now? Answer that.
can you go to his bench real quick? Let me make an assessment here. Um, well, Kyron Williams is hurt, but Kareem Hunt is now like the main guy for a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit.
yeah. Kareem Hunt.
I don't know. I'm gonna label him as mid.
Okay, yeah, he'll start. He'll be starting Kareem Hunt. I think Kyron's. Is he on the IR? Yeah, he's on the IR, so he's
Ooh.
not gonna have Kyron for like a while. Um,
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, we'll get to that later. He made some
yeah,
moves also.
I saw that also. But yeah, Austin's just rolling with Kirk Cousins every week. And if
It worked out
yeah, I was gonna
against San
say
Francisco, which is
Austin's
crazy.
getting ETN. Austin's getting like Mostert treatment from ETN. Just like, hey, if a running back is gonna score fucking 20 plus points for you every week, you have a good fucking chance of winning. Um, so Austin beats Mike, and Mike is 4-3, and Austin is 6-1. Austin's 6-1. I'm curious to see where he lands on highest like scoring.
Like
Austin's six and
middle.
one.
Yeah.
and he's the sixth highest scorer. Yeah, that's wild. Austin's 6-1. He's only scored like 20 more points than me. I'm fucking 2-5, man. Save some wins for the rest of us, dude. Whoa, close game here.
Yeah, this is a nail biter. I
Yeah,
was watching that one.
Steve versus Nick, and I think Nick had someone like, or was it Steve who had someone?
You have McCaffrey at the end.
That's
or the very
that's
end, I
what it
think.
was. Yeah.
And Hawkinson. He needed a lot, and he
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, because I do remember seeing that and being like, wow, Nick got a win. And then I looked the next day and I was like, what the fuck, Steve won? Steve beats Nick 104 to 100. Man, Nick only put up fucking 100 points and he got 30 points from Mahomes. Like, what? I cannot fucking believe that Nick's team scored 128 on me. Like, are you fucking kidding me? This has got to be his second highest game and he got 30 fucking 4 points from Patrick Mahomes. But Steve's team, Steve gets the win here, and he's 5-2. Nick's 2-5. Steve gets 18 points from the Bears defense, 20 points from McCaffrey. Hawkinson gets him 14. Like Hawkinson and McCaffrey combining for 35 points on Monday night basically did it.
Without the Bears defense though, it wouldn't have been close.
Oh no, yeah.
That's crazy.
The Bills defense 1 point. Let's see what they've fucking done this year. This is disgusting. 7-11, 30 fucking 1. When I played Nick and lost by 1, the Bills defense got 31, 7-4-6-1. Are you actually kidding me with that shit? Is there? God, that's so brutal. But yeah, that's crazy, man. Like Nick's team looks like it had like a decent day from like most people.
Yeah.
Only put up 100 though. Like I don't even know who the fuck is Riley Patterson, dude.
Never heard of him.
Devontae Smith, I have him in my work league. I'm with Steve. Devontae Smith fucking sucks. Do you know what he's done recently, Paul?
Nothing.
Yep, 4-11-1-6-6.
Like, what draft pick was he? Second or third round or something?
I would assume third round. Oh, it doesn't tell you round. Doesn't it just say like overall
I think
pick?
It does.
Third round. Oh, it does say it. Yeah, third round pick. Man, it's crazy too because last season Devontae Smith to end the year was like doing better than AJ Brown, and I was like, man, this is fucking crazy. Crazy too that I had AJ Brown in my work league last year. I was telling Nick this. I had AJ Brown in my work league, and he basically like it was one of the big reasons I didn't make the playoffs last year because in the first 11 weeks he had like 6 weeks where he scored less than 10 points. Like was a shit ton of like 1 point, 3 point, 4 point, 5 point, 6 point games. But apparently at the end of the year he ended up like being pretty consistent for the last like 6 weeks or so. Yeah, and now this year AJ Brown has had 125 receiving yards in like every single game. It's like nice the fucking year after the 1 year I don't have him after I had him last year. But yeah, I thought Devontae was gonna, and it started out this year where it was like, oh, Devontae is like, okay, he's taking over. But no, it's wrong. Steve was right. Devontae Smith sucks. Chris Olave has just been really mediocre. I think he was his second round pick.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
Steve's had no injuries though.
Yeah, Steve's had no injuries, and his team is like, he just has a lot. Like it obviously is being carried by McCaffrey and Walker and like Hawkinson pretty hard, right? But like he's got a lot of guys that are like a lot of good flex players. Like Olave is a good flex player. Devontae Smith, Zay Flowers. Terry McLaurin is like an okay flex player. Javonte Williams like an okay flex player. But like to even have like 5 good players is like that you can like, I don't know, man. He's got, and Rashee Rice has been doing really well lately too. But we'll see what happens with Steve. I don't know who I'd say is the best team anymore. I really fucking don't. Let's go through all the games and then maybe me and you try to assess it after we go through and assess our viewers submitted team that's going to win it all. But it wasn't really surprising to see Steve beat Nick this week. It was surprising that it was a close game, but ultimately Steve comes out on top. And now
another close game.
Yep, Gorman versus Dewbag, really really close game. Gorman wins 98-92, basically 99-92. And Gorman went out. He spent. It usually says how much you spend on player. Okay, so Gorman picked Jordan Mason up for $10. Jordan Mason didn't play a snap, and scored 0 points, and Gorman still won by 7. And Gorman had the classic Ryan Austin type performance. 18 points from Trevor, 25 from AJ Brown, 20 for Mark Andrews, and then a bunch of mediocre, and then you just win the game basically. Like I don't know what to like. I'll, man, I mean, at the same time, like that's kind of what I was hoping that like Garrett Wilson would do, or you know, of players like that. But I don't know. That might just be the strategy going forward. Like, fuck it, dude. Like, I'm just gonna draft guys that, like, even though they don't have a safe floor, they can score 30 points in a week. And like, I don't know, dude. Um, Dewey. On the other side of Jordan Mason scoring 0 for Gorman, Bijan Robinson scores 0 for Dewey. Did you see anything with that, Paul?
No, I didn't even realize that. Oh yeah, he was sick. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, he played 6 snaps. I had him in my work league. I only won by 1 point in my work league, and I was gonna be fucking pissed if I lost because the fucking Arthur Smith just didn't put him on the injury report and didn't say he was sick or anything, and all this shit. Like they're gonna get fined probably uh for like not following like the injury report protocol. But also look at Dewey's team. 15, 20, 15, 13, 10, 11. Like you look at that and you think that you would score more than 92 points. I feel Dewey on this, dude. You can have more, you can have 80% of your team do good, and it doesn't matter because you don't have anyone score 20, and then also like you have a couple guys not score a lot, and it's just like tanks your whole fucking team, dude. It's bizarre. I always try wrapping my mind around these scores. I was shocked that he didn't play JSN over Christian Watson, and that actually came back to bite him. If he played JSN, he would have won.
Yeah.
But outside of that, like that's the only thing that I would have done differently if I was Dewey. And Dewey's 0-7 now. Probably should be 1-6, but Gorman escapes with a close victory here.
Gorman 5-2. Also, I didn't even realize.
Yeah,
he has,
Gorman's
like, that
5
good
and 2.
of a
I
record.
told you he's frisky, dude. If like let's go through right now and look at his score. Remember we went through this last week, I think. He 64 week 1, 85 week 3, but outside of that 125, 121, 117, 125. I mean 98 now, but it's like dude, he's scoring a shit ton of points actually in
Yeah, that's
most
nuts.
weeks. So that's why I was saying Gorman's team's frisky, bro. Like, and Gorman had a ton of buys this week. That's what it was. He had no Derrick Henry, he had no Brees Hall, he had no Adam Thielen, and those like Brees
Yeah.
Hall, Adam Thielen have been like two of his best players all year, and obviously Derrick Henry. Like, I think Gorman's got the best team. We'll discuss
Yeah,
it
man.
after, but I think
Yeah.
Gorman's got the best team. And now we go to the season ruiner.
All right, I got a lot
Paul.
to say about this.
Yeah, go in because but for anyone that's not watching the screen right now, Dave started 0-4. He is now 3-4 because he just beat Paul 103 to 97. The season ruiner has yet to win a single game and ruin a single season. Go ahead, Paul.
Wait a minute. Well, the season ruining will commence in the second half of the fantasy season, which begins this week. Funny enough, against Ryan. Be prepared. But okay, let me get this off my chest. So, what's his name? DK Metcalf. All right. He was questionable. It was a pure game time decision. I was like, okay, I'll ride it out. It's past 1 p.m. at this point. I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm banking on him not just being ruled out past 1 o'clock, so
My
I can't make any
God.
changes now. And then that happens at 1:30, and I'm like, fuck, dude. My only other receiver is Quentin Johnston, or I could move Judy up to wide receiver 2 and then put in DeMercado. But DeMercado had 2 rushes last week. But if you look at this week, I think he had what, 18? Can you click on his name real quick? Because the coaching in Arizona
Yeah,
makes
he
sense.
had
13.
17 touches overall though.
So, yep. So there's that. 2 to 17 in a week after getting 10. It's just very inconsistent. But also the saying DK's injured after 1 o'clock fucked me royally. So I had to throw in Quentin Shitbag Johnston, who gets 2 points. That's a good week for him, though. 20 yards is a season high, believe it
Yeah,
or
no,
not.
that makes
Um,
sense.
Yep. So season high in yards, 2.5 doesn't matter. If I played DeMarcado or Downs or anybody, literally any of
Yeah.
those 3 guys, I would have won. But that's just how fantasy goes, I just gotta take the L. And Brett Maher missing a few field goals. Who knows if that? I don't know if that would make a difference, but he literally got dropped after the game, so
Yep.
he's not
I
even
was
on
gonna
the team
say
anymore.
that just to show you how fucking stupid the kicker position is in fantasy football, the third best fantasy kicker got cut from his team this week. It's a fucking joke,
And
dude.
yeah,
Remember
and
we were
Calvin
trying
Ridley
to
also sucking, but
yeah,
that's another
holy
thing.
shit. He almost tanked me too. I had Bijan and Calvin Ridley. I won by one, and I was going to be pissed at these guys. Yeah. Okay, panic meter on Calvin Ridley.
It's up to about an 8. I keep believing it because I look at that week 1 and I'm like, I know it's there. It's somewhere in the playbook with the Jags, but Doug Peterson just hates me for some reason.
Is
So
Dallas Goddard all the way back?
yeah, he's back. He's top 3, no doubt. Um, uh, he's battling with Hawkinson for the 3rd spot. I'll say
Quinn
that.
Johnston,
He's
panic
off the
meter.
team.
Okay,
He's
okay.
off the team.
Okay.
He's been
Um
at he's been I don't even know what to say about him. Josh Downs.
is
I would have
amazing.
played him. I'm not even kidding. I like we 12, 10. I needed at least like 7. That was my goal. And he would have got me 21. I seriously would have played him. I know it's Cleveland's defense, but he's a Tar Heel. I play favorites here,
Yeah, I mean you would have
and I
been
would I
choosing
would have put him
between
in.
Quinn Johnston and Josh Downs, and I think anyone would play Josh Downs over Quinn Johnston. So
Right. Or DeMarcado if he
dude,
just
DeMarcado, I don't think you would have started him, but who knows,
I don't
honestly.
know. I rushed because I was like, I don't know. So it was
Quinn
like 3
Johnston
o'clock
or
my time.
DeMarcado, it's like which guy is getting zero touch. That's why I was thinking Quinn Johnston like wasn't even a bad play because against Dallas they took a deep shot to him, but Herbert's arm got hit and he would have been open and scored a touchdown. So I was like, dude, you just gotta hope maybe they hit a deep touchdown. Obviously, it didn't
Yeah,
happen.
so just a lot of things went wrong. The season ruiner could have ruined Dave's season right there. That could have been the
Yeah,
one.
that could have
I
been
was
your
very close.
patented season ruining win, but
I know, dude. I was so close. Dave even said midday or whatever on Sunday, like, can't believe I'm getting my season ruined or something like that. And I was like,
yeah, and then all of
yeah.
a sudden you
Then
went
Tyreek
into
Hill and
that.
Jalen Hurts,
That's what I was gonna say. You went into that Monday night game up by like 45 or something like that, and they
Mhm.
combine for 50, and you lose by 6. But it wasn't even
Yep.
just that. I feel like it was like halftime, and or it was like at the end of the first quarter, and it still looked like you were gonna win, right? Like when was it? I want to see when Tyreek Hill scored that touchdown because I remember looking and being like, "Man, they're not
Yeah,
scoring."
early in the
Like,
game is low scoring. Yeah. It
yeah,
was
it's
literally
like,
like late second quarter. It was right before halftime, I remember actually.
oh, is that? Yeah,
That's when
because
all
I
this
was gonna
shit went
say I
down.
remember being like, "Man, he actually beat him," and then yeah, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts ran for a touchdown, and then Tyreek Hill caught a 30-yard touchdown, and you just lost basically. Like you knew that they
Yeah.
were gonna score more points after that. But yeah, that's fucked, man. But Dave actually ruins the season ruiners season. Paul's now 1-6.
Yeah.
Which I think is the
It's not
second
good.
worst record. But let's check the standings just to make sure. So it is. So number one team in all of Footbaps, but also specifically in the East Division, is Austin. Number two, Gorman, 5-2. Austin's 6-1, by the way. Gorman's 5-2. Chip is 5-2. I'm 2-5. Nick's 2-5. Paul's 1-6. Paul has a 3% chance to make the playoffs. Everyone. Um,
Not bad.
Ryan is in first place in the West. He's 5-2. Steve is 5-2. Kyle is 4-3. Fuck you, Kyle. Mike is 4-3. Dave is 3-4, and he's moved up from. He had like a 17% chance to make it. Now he's at 55%, and then the fighting do bags Dewey is 0-7 still. So let's go through real quick. Paul,
I,
go ahead.
yeah. And I just I don't know if this is true or not. Is Dewey the first person to be 0-7? I feel like that hasn't happened before in
Yeah,
our league.
we might have to. We might have to check the record books on that because do you know if do you know if
Like Nick and Austin, like last year, they won early. I want to say
yeah I don't feel
no one's
like
been 0-7. I
I feel
swear.
like they neither of them started off 0-7. Could be the worst start. Which is sucks so bad because I play Dewey this week, spoiler, and I just know that I'm gonna fucking lose, dude. It's crazy. All my wide receivers have lost their quarterbacks. How the fuck did this happen? Like you can look at my team and be like, oh hey, they haven't had I'm going to Dewey's team. They haven't had yeah, so Austin didn't start off 0-7. He only started off 0-3, but he did start off
What
like
about
one
Nick?
and four, five,
What was
six,
Nick's team
seven,
in this
eight,
one?
9. He had to have won a game, I think. I think. Wait, I don't know because actually I take it back. Wait, let's check this. Damn it. He won a game.
Oh man, he was close.
I just like
Damn.
that they were both like 1-10 and played each
Holy.
other this week. And oh my god, that's so fucking funny, dude. Yeah, no. I'm gonna. I would have to go through every single team. I can't do that.
Yeah, I don't think it's happened. I'm just gonna
And
go on
and
a limb
look, yeah,
and
because
say it.
most of these teams have like 3 wins and stuff. Like
Yeah,
there's no fucking shot. 5 and 3.
yeah. Like, there's no way they only lost 3 of the
There's
3
just
games.
no way. Yeah, 0-7's probably the worst start in Footbaps history. Um, let's discuss real quick, Paul. Well, okay. I'm actually gonna go by this. So let's first look at the projected playoff bracket. This is not the right year. I look and I see Paul as the 1 seed.
Yeah.
I was like, that is not the right thing at all. Um, let's check. So Austin has a first round bye as it stands right now, number 1 seed. Let's see, that's Ryan versus Mike, a little rivalry action in the first round, 2v7 seed. Man, that would be a really cool matchup. Steve versus Kyle as the 3-6 seed, and then Chip versus Gorman as the 5-4 seed. Again, like Gorman versus Chip, like we can't have that. I feel like there's no bad blood between those two. We need
Yeah,
bad blood between our
we need some
playoff teams.
story or headliners, we
Yeah,
round 1.
well, all we have, but I will say, like, if this did ended up being the case, man, Ryan versus Mike week 1,
Yeah.
that's about as good as it
Mike
gets.
Mike, you also told us during the hang this weekend you were gonna change your name to something witty, and we still see the number 1 there.
Yeah,
Get your shit
we
together,
need a
bud.
new name, Mike. You changed it to Pinhead Singletary. Everyone thought it was funny. Everyone thought it was the first funny name you ever made in Footbaps history, and then you immediately changed it like 2 days later. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Change it again. Mike was in town. He did promise that. Dewey gets a first round bye for being the worst team in the league. Congrats, Dewey. Paul versus Nick in the first round as the 11-10. This is the consolation ladder, by the way, everyone. This is the losers bracket. And then Dr. Suck versus Dave in the first round, the 8-9 matchup. Let's actually look at the projected final standings, even though these are stupid as fuck. Austin projected to finish first now. Ryan projected to
Damn.
finish second. Steve third and Gorman fourth. So no respect to Gorman yet. No respect to
Yeah.
Gorman yet.
They'll learn. They'll learn.
Oh, Chip is all the way down to projected to finish fifth. Now that's wow. Okay. Chip was a 5-0 team and he's dropped heavily now, all the way down to 5. That's insane. Kyle is projected to finish 6th. Mike projected to finish 7th. Dave 8th. Me 9th. Who the fuck is 10th? Oh, Nick 10th. Okay. The season ruiner, Paul 11th, and Dewey 12th. I do want to see Gorman, like, where is he in points scored? Yeah, Gorman's third in points scored. They're not giving this man the respect he deserves.
Yeah. I don't know. Did I say that he was mid before? Because I
You did
want to
say
take
he
that
was
back.
mid, and I was like, I
I
don't know
take
why
it
you
back.
said that.
Don't listen to me. Now that I've seen his team, forgive me. I was wrong.
I'm saying that I think that Gorman is the best team in the league. Do you want me to go through teams, or do you have a team that you think is the
No,
best team
I
in the
also
league?
agree. Gorman's team seems too solid. It's Gorman then Steve, I'd say.
Yeah, Gorman's
Steve's
team
still up there, but
Gorman's team is just stacked. Yeah, Ryan could be up there if Monty got healthy.
if he had
But he
running
just
backs,
doesn't
he'd be
have
in good
running
position.
backs. Yeah. So I think it's Gorman, and then I think there's a pretty big gap, and then I think probably Steve. Steve's team is just so weird because it really is just like Christian McCaffrey, Kenneth Walker, and Hawkinson.
Yeah.
Like as of right now, with his receivers just shitting their pants every single week. But yeah, I think Gorman's the best team right now. And speaking of which, we have a special users or viewer submitted bold predictions and winner predictions plus loser predictions. So I was on the phone with my sister, and I asked her. I said, "Who do you think's gonna finish, or who do you think's gonna win the league?" And then I was like, you know what? This should be a segment. Like she was calling into the show, right? pre-show, and I was like, this should be a segment. You, since you're a loyal viewer, you should give us who you think is who's gonna win it all, who's gonna finish last, and any bold predictions you have. And on the phone with her, the first thing she said when I said, who's going to finish first, who's going to finish last, she said, oh, Paul's going to finish last immediately. And I'm
Oh,
not kidding. Not
come
even
on.
joking. No hesitation. She had to hesitate thinking about who's going to win and stuff. Like she wanted the standings and stuff for that. But she immediately responded and said, okay, well, Paul's finishing last. And I was like, oh my fucking God.
What?
And I was
What
like,
about Dewey?
I was like, why? And she was like, well, his team sucks, doesn't it? I was like, yeah, it does. So I thought that was fucking amazing. She had her mind made up. She is projecting you to finish last place, Paul. After I sent her the standings, actually, her first response was, yeah, Paul last for sure. She even saw Dewey's record and his points and was like, yeah, no, Paul's finishing last. So
That's nuts.
shout out to that. And then do you have a guess for who she thinks is going to win it all?
I'm gonna go with Ryan. I bet she picked Ryan.
She picked Chip. The
Oh,
ESPN is giving Chip no love, have him finishing fifth. Me and you were saying that the wheels were falling off. 5-0 start. Now he's lost 2 in a row. Things are looking shaky, but she still has faith in Chip. So she's picking Chip to win it all still. And then she only gave me one bold prediction. And this might be the most bold prediction in Footbaps history.
oh God.
She predicted that Austin is going to end with a losing record.
Holy shit.
Austin is 6-1. He would have to lose 7 straight games, all 7 of his last games, to end with a losing record. And she
You know
thinks it's
what?
going to happen.
I can see it. Look at his points against, everyone else is like Ryan has a shitload less. What the fuck?
Yeah, Ryan and Austin are far and away the least scored on.
Damn.
I've got 200. Me and Dewey and like Dave, Nick, Steve, we've got like 200 more points scored on than Ryan, dude. It's fucked
That's
up, man.
crazy.
But
Well,
Ryan's also scoring a shit ton anyways, but
yeah, so that makes up for it. But yeah, I could see it. Austin, if he, has a tough schedule,
part
I
of her
think it could
reasoning
happen.
behind it is she said, and I didn't even really notice this, and this is actually impressive for it being an 8-man league, my family league. She said Austin is 0-7 in our fantasy league, so it's possible, which is bizarre to be in a league with almost everyone besides me and my sister like don't really pay attention to fantasy. And he's somehow 0-7. I don't know how it's possible.
That's crazy.
So yeah, picking Austin to finish sub 500 and miss the playoffs, she said. So that was her bold prediction. Paul, speaking of bold predictions, before we get into the other matchups, do you have any bold predictions that you want to say for the rest of the year? We're at the halfway point, so any
Yeah.
bold predictions you can think of. I'm gonna throw one out right now. My bold prediction is that Dave is going to make the playoffs after starting 0-4. I know he's got a tough road ahead, but I wish I would have said this before he like won three games. But remember, I kept saying he had Kamara coming back, and I was like, man, when he gets Kamara, his team might be good. But yeah, I think not only is Dave gonna I'll make it bold because saying he'll make the playoffs, he's only like 2 games out as it is right now. I think, but I'm gonna say not only is he gonna make the playoffs, I'm gonna say he's making the playoffs with ease. Like he's not. By the time there's like two games left, it's gonna be like 99% locked up. Dave's gonna be like Dave is gonna be like 7-4 or 8-4 or something, and it's not. We're gonna be like, man, remember when he was 0-4? So I think Dave's gonna make the playoffs very easily. That's one of my bold predictions. Do you have any, Paul?
Okay. Well, my last episode predictions of was it Austin and Chip? Maybe I don't know. I
Oh
said
yeah,
one of them would miss the playoffs.
yeah, you're right. So I guess my
Um,
sister was on
yeah.
she was on the 8 ball there. So that's still going to be your bold
So
prediction
yeah,
then.
I'll stick with that because it's it could happen. I have a good
Yeah,
feeling.
I think that also has a good chance of happening. And then that speaking of predictions like that, it reminded me that apparently in the very last Footbaps episode of last season, I guaranteed that Paul was going to win it all again this year, and I think that I actually ruined Paul's season. I did for a short moment there change my name to the Paul Season Ruiner, but then I wanted to go Doctor Suck, to be honest. So I just had to. Let's check the league moves. Oh my God, Kyle's made more moves than you, Paul. Usually you lead in
Wow,
that
that's
category.
shocking. Yeah.
Man. Yeah. That's I'm looking at the teams that's my bold prediction would be Dave makes the playoffs with these. You already said either Chip or Austin. Like, man, could you imagine if either one didn't make the playoffs? Like that'd be tough. I
That'd
think
be
Austin
crazy.
would have to end 7-7, which would mean Austin would have to end 1-6 over the last 7 weeks, and then Chip would have to end like 2-5 for over the last 7 weeks, and that would be to just have a chance to miss because 7-7 could still get you in.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, crazy. All right, let's go to
Interesting.
this week's matchups right off the rip. I played Dewbag, a piss matchup, 2-5
Oh wow.
versus 0-7. What?
You just got the green check marks. It just looks funny.
Oh yeah,
Every position.
yeah. Yeah, I got the green check marks, but to be fair, my team is projected like 105 plus every single week, and I lose every single week pretty much. So, predict that just to show you, projections don't mean shit. Yeah, I'm kind of worried because it looks like Brock Purdy's going to be out. Obviously, Amari Cooper has PJ Walker throwing to him. Tank Dell's in concussion protocol. Like, I don't even fucking know, man. Hopefully, I win. I don't really know what to expect, like, at all. Because I feel like Jonathan Taylor's due for a big game. Well, yeah, I guess he had 20 points. I didn't even realize that, man. He put up
Yeah,
10.
that's nuts.
Did you even notice him having that good of a game? I was noticing more of
Not
Gardner
really.
Minshew going off against us than anything.
Yeah. And
That's
they had
crazy.
so many rushing because Zach Moss had 18 carries too. So
Yeah, they ran the
just a
ball a
lot of
shit
plays.
ton. I don't even really remember all that too. But yeah, Bijan's gonna bounce back. Like I mean, he's not gonna score 0 points, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's gonna like go off, but I'm assuming he's going to play this week. I just think Dewey's due for a win. That's my main thing. I think Dewey's due for a win, and I think that Joe Mixon, T. Higgins, and Jonathan Taylor are all due for big games. So I just don't feel great. But Paul, do you have anything else on that? Like, doesn't it just feel like I'm going to fucking lose this week?
I don't know. If Dewey had a quarterback not named Jordan Love, maybe I'd consider
I
it.
think he has someone. He still has Stafford. I mean, I guess he's playing Dallas, but
Yeah, Dewey's quarterback is just not great. And then, but yeah, I'd say it's more even than it seems, but I do think you'll win handily.
It's super close. You're gonna win handedly. Yeah, no, I just think Dewey's due, man. 0-8 just doesn't seem possible. I'd be happy to give Dewey his first win of the year. I'm already fucking out of it. Next matchup, a West on East division matchup. So we got Chip versus Steve, and Steve is projected to win 103 to 103. I don't know if I said my score for me and Dewey. As of right now, I'm projected to win 107 to 95. So that's a 12-point spread, and we got another 12-point spread here because Dewey this is not 12 points. Why did I think it was 113 to 101? Either way, Steve's projected to win by 10. Any thoughts on this matchup?
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry to say it, Chip, but this could be the downfall that we predicted.
Dude, but if Hawkinson's out, what if Hawkinson's out? Oh shit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's just got a great team all around. Solid like guys that'll get you 10 every week. You don't have to worry about it.
And he's gonna get 30 points from McCaffrey. You know, like you also gotta factor that in. Ooh, Ken Walker does play Cleveland though. I'm gonna throw out I think that as it's looking right now, Chip's gonna be my upset of the week. I think things are just kind of playing in his hands. Yeah, I just think Devontae hasn't done well. I think he benched Devontae. Okay, so Terry versus Philly kind of scares me. Zay Flowers versus Arizona, that should be fine. Like Zay's kind of weird though, man. Like he's having a good year, but he isn't doing much. 13, 9, 9, 7, 10, 14, 10. Like I honestly think I'd rather play Devontae Smith over either of those guys. Whatever. Olave, like I said, Kent Walker plays a good defense. I don't think Cincy's like a bad rush defense. Do you know anything? Let's see how they. Yeah, like
I
Cincy's
don't
a
know.
middle of the pack rush defense. New England, like I don't think Tua is gonna be like throwing up 30 points on New England, or I'd be kind of shocked. I don't know. I just think that this seems like one of those games where like you know he's gonna get some stupid bullshit game, a 30-point game out of someone. Who do we think is gonna give him? It's Austin Eckler.
Eckler.
Yep,
Yeah, I was just
he's
gonna
gonna get
say.
30 from Eckler, and he's gonna get 25 from Goff because he's going up against the Raiders. And I think that Addison's gonna catch like a 60-yard touchdown, and I think that's what's gonna do him in because like McCaffrey's only going to get 15 this week. Kenneth Walker's going to get like 5, I hope. Go Browns. Olave, I think, is going to have a nice week. I think Chip's going to be my upset pick of the week, but ESPN
Yeah.
doesn't think it. But as of right now,
Yeah.
that's how I'm
Yeah, the
viewing
more
it.
I look at it, I'm looking at Chip's team a little better now. So
And the tables have turned here. Dave is projected 108, Austin 96.
wow.
They're projecting Dave to absolutely handle Austin. And if I'm being honest, Paul, I agree with them. I don't. Do you think that
hmm
Austin wins this matchup? I don't think he does.
No, I mean Dameon Pierce. That's the only part that scares me in Dave's lineup, but the whole rest of the team, that's guaranteed points. So I
Basically,
don't know
if
what else he
Dave
could
wasn't
do.
cycling through Damian Pierce and DeAndre Hopkins every week, I would say that he's has like the second best team. Nah, Josh Jacobs sucks though. Maybe not.
Yeah, he just needs a touchdown. That'll be all right.
The tough part about Dave is you go up against him and you're getting 25 from Hurts, you're getting 25 from Tyreek Hill. There's a chance that Pickens catches a fucking random 50-yard touchdown. Go route boy. There's slant boy, which is Michael Thomas, and then there's go route boy, George Pickens. Have you ever seen George Pickens' route tree game to game?
No, is it ass?
He just runs up the sideline every single route. He does nothing else. I'm not even
That's
kidding.
pretty
It's
sick.
fucking crazy. And he's putting up good stats doing it. Oh, Pierce plays Carolina. Okay, I take it back. This man's gonna piss on Austin. Pierce is going for over 100 yards rushing. Carolina fucking sucks. Um, I think Dave wins this easily. If I'm being honest, I just think he
Yeah.
does. And
Yep.
Dave's
Dave is
unwashed. Dave's
back.
going to be 500,
He
a
is
four-game
back.
winning streak after, yeah, a four-game winning streak after starting 0-4. He's all the way back. We tried writing him off. He tried writing himself off, but I don't know, man. Dave didn't write
But
back.
yeah.
Dave didn't write back, and now we have another piss class coming. Kyle's projected to beat Nick by 20. I don't even know how this is possible.
Wow.
Okay, Nick hasn't set his lineup. He's going to have
Yeah.
18 projected points from Jamar Chase, which is way too much. That's insane. How the fuck do you? Has he done that more than twice? No. Why the fuck is he projected 17 and a half points? So
In San Fran too, of all teams. Like
yeah, he'll have him in. Kyle wins this, if I'm being honest. Like Gibbs fucking sucks, and Darren Waller fucking sucks, and they're not going to score 30 points because they're not going up against me, but it won't matter because Diggs is going to score his usual 15 plus. James Cook, that's kind of a tough. I think Kyle wins this. Do you think
yeah,
anything
I
else?
can't.
Kyle wins
I don't
this.
see a world where Nick wins this.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
Kyle's going to be moved to 5-3 after this week.
a lot of
It would seem.
lopsided shit's going on here, dude.
Yeah, this is
Like
kind of
no
a
close
shit week.
projections.
This is a shit week, dude. What the fuck? So there's no bye weeks too. Gorman is projected to beat Mike
Another
107
one.
to 95. Yep, 107 to 95 is the projected score here. And that's what it's going to stay out. I think this is how the lineups are going to be. And until Gorman shows any signs of slowing down, like Mike has been on a shit streak lately, from what I know. Let's see. Mike has scored 61, 101, 86, 98. You know, he won a game 77 to 76, man. I wish I could do that. But yeah, I think again, like it's not even just the projections. I think Gorman's gonna fucking whoop
Yeah,
Mike's
Gorman's
ass,
just
dude.
yeah. He's on top right now, and he's trending towards even better
Gorman
results. You
does
know what I'm
this
saying?
sometimes. Remember last year he started off like 4-0 or some shit. Like his hot start was crazy. He won the
Oh yeah, and then he
championship.
fell apart.
Yeah, he won the championship a few years ago, obviously, in like 2018, 19, 20-ish, like somewhere in that area.
Hmm.
Gorman's prone to these hot streaks, and I just think his team's fucking loaded right now. He has number 8 running back, number 13 running back. Has had a bye, by the way. Derrick Henry beat so top 10 running back, top 10 running back, 2 top 10 wide receivers, number 2 tight end. Brees Hall probably would be a top 15, 12 running back if he didn't have a bye. This man's fucking really the only thing that sucks about his team is Trevor Lawrence sucks. And but
Yeah.
you know, you're fine with Trevor Lawrence getting you 14 to 18 every week if everyone else on your team is going off. So, yeah, man, I think Gorman beats Mike handedly this game as well. And and this
The
is
season ruiner.
also I forgot to mention Gorman versus Mike. That's a slight rivalry there, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, because Gorman and Mike with the trade stuff, sending in the group chat. I feel like
Oh yeah,
they,
they beefed.
sending little jabs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gorman and Mike beefed in the group chat over a trade once. I forgot about that. Um, yeah, man. And then obviously we have Austin versus Dave. That's a little bit of a rivalry. The combined face duo. Um, Yeah, but this is the rivalry of all rivalries. This is the game of the week. Paul versus Ryan, the season ruiner. Paul is trying to be the season ruiner so hard, and Ryan's trying so hard not to have his season ruined. I know Ryan's gonna sit there. He's gonna pretend like he's not nervous, but you know this man is worried about the season ruiner, and I would be too. This man Paul doesn't even have a kicker in his fucking lineup, and it doesn't even matter because oh my god, this could be upset of the week territory, Paul. Let me know how you're feeling about this one.
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, it'll be like 102, 106 when I get a kicker, but that's the closest line of the week.
Yeah, this
It's
is this
it's
is
close
game of
all
the week
around.
easily. It's a rivalry
Yeah,
game.
I'm
Algier
feeling good.
against Tennessee, nothing. Zach Moss against New Orleans, nothing. They're combining for 8 points or less easily. Like you just
Mhm.
gotta hope that Puka, Keenan, Travis don't go off for 30, and if neither of them go off for like 20 or whatever, man, even Drake London, like oh shit, this might be upset of the week too. We got a couple upsets of the week brewing here, dude. Um, in reality, DeMarcado is probably gonna have 3 touches, and you're gonna lose by 40. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, they're gonna
Um,
go back to,
yeah, I
just not
really
being
think
consistent.
this is tough, Footbap Nation. Um, this is so tough. Who's my other upset that I was picking? Oh, Chip. I'm picking
Yeah.
2 upsets of the week, and it's going to be Chip over Steve, and it's going to be Paul over Nick or Paul over Ryan for sure. This is how. What do you have any upsets of the week, Paul?
Um, yeah, I do feel good about Chip's upset. Other ones like, yeah, every other game isn't even close really for me. Uh, maybe Dewey over you, and then maybe me over Ryan, but
No,
I
you
feel
can
most
say
confident
it.
about
You
Chip.
you want to pick yourself for upset of the
I
week.
do. I
Do it. Do it. Pick it, dude.
uh,
I'll pick
usually when I
Chip.
pick
You pick
upsets, they don't
yourself.
happen.
I'll pick Chip as my upset. You pick yourself. How does that sound?
I'm gonna do one better. I'm gonna guarantee lock Ryan as the win this week.
No.
Yep,
No. You're
it's
really gonna
happening.
put that evil on Ryan right now. Ryan,
Guaranteed lock. I'm not.
Ryan,
Yeah.
you just got Paul locked. You just got season ruined. Cause this means that Paul's fucking beating your ass, dude. My guaranteed win of the week is going to be Gorman over Mike. And I would lay the points with Gorman as well, -11. Give me
Mhm.
-30. I'm going alternate spread on his ass, dude. Gorman is not fucking losing to Mike, dude. This is gonna be a piss like Gorman. Okay, so I'm gonna say highest score of the week. I'm going with uh Gorman. Let me check Chip's matchups real quick.
I'm gonna go with Dave on the highest scorer.
Whoa. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
That's who I was thinking of. Yeah, Dave highest score of the week because he's gonna get a shit ton of points from all these guys, and Damian Pierce is gonna piss on Carolina. So Dave highest score of the week easily. Um, but yeah, my lock of the week is gonna be Gorman. Let's check the recent activity, Paul. We got the Cavs starting in
Yeah.
15 minutes, so we gotta go through this. Let's get a Let's Go Cavs in the comment section, by the way, fam. Um, so let's see things that happened after our last episode. So apparently Gorman added Baker. Uh, Kyle added the Raiders.
With Baker, actually, I have a thing. Well, not just Baker. I was on Discord with Ryan last night, and he got a notification for a trade from Gorman. It was Josh Allen
for
and no, it's just Josh Allen for Baker and Derrick Henry. So, I
yeah,
mean, it's kind of interesting. I mean, he needed a running back, but getting Baker as his
you can't
replacement, I don't.
offer a bottom 10 quarterback for
Yeah,
Josh Allen. That's fucking
yeah.
hilarious. So Gorman's on his bullshit right now. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, Kyle dropped Dante Foreman. I picked him up. He got me 31. I still lost. The season ruiner dropped Dak.
Yeah,
No,
that's.
Dak's gone.
I'm sticking with Lamar. There's no point in
Dubag
not
picked
playing
up
him.
Kendrick Lamar Bourne. Mike picked up Latavius Murray. What the fuck? Okay. Gorman or Mike posted something on Friday. I didn't even see this.
I
So
didn't either.
so where I don't even see it. Where is it? What the fuck do
It's
you
gone. What did he do? Was it not a message thing? It's just like a
I don't
post or something?
I don't know. It led me to
Hold on,
this.
go back. What does it say? He just
Apparently
posted. Just
posted
posted the critics are
posted
raving.
doctor. What the fuck is going on right now? Can you look onto your phone and see if you see anything? I'm looking on my phone.
Oh, hold on.
Fantasy
I don't
Footbaps.
know. Mike's on some weird shit, man. He's posting ghost statuses.
Yeah, so Mike posts a ghost status just saying, please, just posted a ghost status saying the critics are raving at 10 o'clock on Friday. That's interesting. We were with him. He
That
did
was
that while we
mid-hang,
were.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
that
Yeah.
was mid hang. Mike just posted to the message board and said the critics are raving, and then deleted it immediately. Apparently, um, Steve picked up the Bears defense that won him the week. They got him 18 points. That's a nice Saturday pickup. And then Chip added Jonnu Smith. Season ruiner as early as he could, 7:46 a.m. The season
As soon as I
ruiner
woke up.
drops Quentin Johnston. Yeah, this man woke up, dropped Quentin Johnston, and then Mike actually changed his name to Paul.
When did
Okay,
that happen?
but then it looks like
Oh, the abbreviation. From L
changed.
to
Oh, it says
Paul.
change team one. No. This was me actually. I'm team one, so I changed my name
Oh.
I didn't mean to just do a Paul. I made it the Paul season ruiner because Gorman said that I ruined your season by saying that you would win it all. Brett Maher got cut, so
Yeah,
Paul dropped Brett
he's
Maher.
off.
Steve dropped the Bears defense. Then I changed my name to Doctor Suck. Ryan changes Evan Ingram to likely to trade. Yeah, like
It's been
no one's
7 weeks and
trading
he
for a
hasn't
guy
traded
that
him.
like hasn't 7, 8, 10, 9, 4, 7, 7. Like if he could trade Evan Ingram, like what would you trade Evan Ingram? Quentin Johnston?
Yeah, I was
Actually.
just gonna say.
Yeah, like you
Just
would
like
just
whoever
be
my bottom waiver guy is, yeah.
this man I don't know what he's trying to get out of Evan Ingram, dude. I'll offer him Zach Charbonnet for
The
Evan Ingram.
Lions defense.
Yeah, I'll offer the Lions defense. Gorman, feeling desperate because he lost Kyron to IR. He adds Darrell Henderson for
Wait, Gorman?
$30.
Isn't that Mike?
That's Mike. I meant to say Mike.
Yeah.
Mike is desperate because he lost Kyron Williams, so he paid $30 for Darrell Henderson. Let's check the offers report, see what everything was being offered on that. And it looks like Gorman offered 15, Chip offered 8, Dave offered 4, Ryan and Paul both offered 0. Everyone's going after Darrell Henderson after the week he had last week. Thoughts on $30 for Darrell Henderson?
Is Mike out of money now? Can we check the
Ooh,
funds levels?
ooh. Let's check the
It's gotta be
funds
close.
levels.
Because he's throwing money everywhere. I feel
Where's
like he
his
can't
name?
have
Where's his
much.
name? 1. PST.
1.
Fuck you, Mike. PST.
$7.
$7. Okay. He's running out.
But yeah, I mean, desperate times call for desperate measures, but hopefully no more injuries happen the rest of the season, which is highly unlikely.
From Mike's perspective, like I don't even hate the pickup for him. Like if you were spending $30 and you didn't have Kyron Williams, like it'd be stupid as fuck.
Yeah,
But he has Kyron, so
makes
he's
sense
just
though.
spending $30 to like that's not even a bad
The
pickup.
placeholder.
Yeah. The season ruiner keeps jacking up defensive prices,
I
fucking
knew.
spending $3 on the fucking New York Jets.
Well, who else bet on him? I want to see.
Oh, here we go. And then this is when he's like, "Look, other people offer," and it's like, "Yeah, because you fucking ruined it for everyone, dude."
I'm
Yep,
just
here we go.
curious.
2 people offered
I
fucking
knew
put
it.
$2 on it, dude.
I knew
You
it.
ruined you've inflated the price of
Now
defenses,
they're gonna
dude.
put $4 next week. I can't wait.
This is so fucking stupid. You have absolutely ruined defenses in fantasy the last couple of years. I cannot believe it. For years, it was just you spend 0 for okay defenses and 1 if you really want one. And then 1 year, you just randomly were spending $3 on defenses and you fucked it up for everyone, dude. And now if you pick up a defense every single week, let's just say regular season, if you pick a defense up every single week, I think it's 14 weeks, that's half of your budget, bro. That is $42 that you would be spending on just defenses just in the regular season. And if you pay,
Worth it.
there's 3 playoff weeks, so more than half of your budget on defenses. You've ruined it. You've absolutely fucking ruined it for everyone, Paul. Fuck you. Um
Season
Kyle added
ruiner.
Dak Prescott and dropped Sam Howell. Interesting. So Sam Howell had a bad week, but that's still kind of crazy because I don't think Dak's even had a good week, has he? Oh, I guess he had 25 the last time out. See if anyone else offered anything on Dak. Paul, potentially.
Nope.
Nope. Um, let's see. Kyle picked up the Chiefs defense. Who did they play? Denver. Man,
Denver.
it's interesting. Yeah, I guess they had 16 against them the last time. Um, and then Chip added the Jaguars defense. They go up against Pittsburgh. Ooh, Steve and
Good pickup.
Dave. Steve and
Pittsburgh.
Dave are not going to be happy about that. Chip is targeting the Steelers defense. That's crazy. And then the season ruiner picks up Pierre Strong, probably to rub it in Ryan's face and try to make him trade something stupid
I'm
for him.
sure. Yeah. Did he put an offer on him? I want to know.
Let's
Can you
check. I doubt it.
Pierre. I'm shocked.
Yeah. Oh my
I'm really
god, the
shocked.
fucking season ruiner, man. This guy put in bids on one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9 people. Not Paul put in a bid on 9 people, and it looks like 7 of them were defenses and kickers.
Yeah. They were just backup calls in case Strong and Elliott
Yes,
got taken.
7 of your 9 bids were fucking defenses and kickers, Paul. Have you lost your mind?
I need him. That was a backup in
You
case the
don't
Jets
even
didn't go
have a
through.
kicker. What you put in bids on 5 kickers and you didn't even get one. What were you doing?
Yeah, because I prioritized Zeke and Pierre instead.
Who are you dropping?
You'll have to find out.
We'll find out next week who of Paul's slew of projected 0 to 6 pointers is getting dropped. Oh, it's Matt Breida. What am I talking about? Damn, man. I think that's like basically it. You added Zeke. That's cool. You're trying to. I can just tell Paul's just targeting Ryan right now. Like you're just picking up running backs and being like, maybe he'll trade me. The second coming of Dave's dick and balls for this player. Yeah. Well, that's
I am on the
that.
market for a trade. Anyone liking to trade? I'm open ears.
Well, let's look at your team. Let's right now tell everyone who you're looking to trade on your team.
Everybody except Lamar.
Okay. Solid.
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna get a fucking like 40-point game from Lamar this week, aren't you? That's probably
Hope
just gonna
so.
win it
He's
itself.
been going kind of crazy. Well, he did go crazy
9,
last
17.
week. okay. He did go crazy.
Bro's been going off. All right, game of the week: Paul versus Ryan. Paul guaranteed Ryan would win. Not a good look for Ryan. You never want to be Paul's guaranteed lock. But Paul, you got any closing statements before we shut this off and watch the Cavs game?
I was gonna say, go Cavs, go Kings, go Hornets, go Suns, go Lakers.
Yeah, this is for anyone that's wondering. Paul is supposed to be a Cavs fan, and he's bought Nebraska and Tennessee gear more recently than he has bought Cavs gear.
Yep, I can't deny that. I just like a lot of things, right?
All right. Well, Paul, let's go Cavs.
Go Cavs.
All right, and Footbap Nation, we are signing off. Peace.
Peace.
Footbap. All right, that didn't go as planned. That is not our outro, Footbap Nation. And Footbap Nation, we are now signing off. Peace.
Goodbye.
Let's ride.